Because of injuries or everything, you only have one at bat in state tournament. So, how important is this tournament for you? How's the acting for this tournament?
It's my first glimpse at postseason baseball because COVID year we didn't have it, and then like you said, injuries following year. But it's just going to be exciting. It's going to be fun, different environment. Fans are going to be intense. I'm really looking forward to it.
As far as I guess just your career path, what would Hayden Travinski now? How many would he advise Hayden Travinski, the high school senior, about what's going to happen?
Ooh. Buckle up. There's really none. I wouldn't change anything. As tough of a road as it was, and as tumultuous as it was, I wouldn't be in the spot where I'm in now. Had anything been different. So just get ready for it, I guess would be my message. Because, like I said, I wouldn't be where I am right now if I hadn't had to go through all that.
And if you could think back to when Paul and Thatcher first arrived on campus, what was kind of your first impressions, and what did you do to kind of help them acclimate to LSU?
Thatcher and I went and got Waffle House the first time we met, and then they just seemed like genuine people off the bat. And it's tough, I feel like, when you have as big as the portal is nowadays, you never know what experiences people have gone through, how they are as people, and then it's cool to just see different people with different backgrounds and be able to intertwine those.
Paul said that this team wanted to get to Omaha and get a ring for Dylan Cruz. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I think it's for all the people that have it's not just us. There's a legacy of people here that have played before us. It's all kind of a brethren within that. I got here in 19. We had that year stripped from us. So I think it's not only for Dylan, it's for the people that have kind of laid the foundation for where we are now, going through coaching changes, losing people, bringing new people. So for guys like that, yeah, it's really important to us that we see that through and go for that goal.
You said earlier this year that it was painful for you to go to games and be around the team and return. Was that 2021?
I mean, that was, 2021, because I had TJ that April. And I mean, that was the second surgery I had 3 and 14 months. So it was kind of, I just fell out of love with the sport because I wasn't able to play it. And it's something I've done my whole life. When you get that taken away from you, it's kind of shocking a little bit. So it took me a while to kind of build back those feelings of like, wow, I really love doing this. And I think that attitude has brought what has come forth now. But yeah, it was tough. Tough to be out there and not provide for the team. I think is the biggest part.
How did you regain your love?
I think the people you're around is a big part of it. It's just like you guys. If you're not at work with people you enjoy, it's kind of going to make the environment a little bit tough. And just doing it again and kind of having that childlike sense of joy and gratefulness. I think gratefulness has been the biggest change throughout my life, just because you never know when this is going to be my last swing. You know what I mean? Stuff along those lines. So just genuinely enjoying it.
Are you guys in a good spot? Do you feel like the team is in a good spot right now? You got enough time away from playing the field, get some rest, like competition, you have an idea who they were going to be?
I don't think competition matters nonetheless. I think we've been in a good spot all year. I think the sport goes up and down. It's just the way the game goes. I think mentally we're in a really good spot and we're ready to compete and have a lot of fun.
Last fall, was it a hamstring last fall? You ever heard of it?
For a few weeks, yeah.
And then going into the preseason, what slowed you up in progress?
Nothing slowed me up.
Did you kind of get back into it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't miss too much time. Just putting my nose down and working every day. That was just my big focus.
Are you surprised at how well you and Alex have been able to kind of roll in and roll out of the catcher spot? What's made it work?
We've done it 4 years. I wasn't surprised at all. I mean, we came in to college together. We had a great catching core literally every year I've been here. And I think that's one of the proudest things I can say. Look around the country, I don't think there's teams that can do what we can do as a unit behind the plate. Being able to roll 3 different catchers out in a year, that's really, really tough to do. Alex is one of my best friends, so no, that didn't surprise me at all.
What's made it work so well?
Just trusting each other. I mean, we help each other in between innings, give each other feedback, whether it's at-bats, swings, catching, it doesn't matter. We just give each other feedback and then roll from there.
How do you deal with the psychology and the mindset of played almost 60 games, but from this point forward, fans say this is what defines the year. how far LSU goes?
I mean, ultimately, that's what people remember. With as much hype as we had around the team, and I know that's external, whereas our focus is what we have to do and as people say, our process and what our plan is. People are going to focus on the external result and what happens. I think for us, if we just play it game by game, things will work out in our favor.
I know you guys played too late earlier in the year, but how does the team you'll play tomorrow kind of look different, obviously, than earlier this season?
I haven't done the thorough scouting like all the coaches have. They're a team riding high. I mean, they won their conference championship. That's not easy to do. So we're excited to get after and look forward to a good rematch.
What's unique about catching Thatcher?
Big league stuff. The first time I caught it, I was genuinely shocked. 'Cause, I mean, he throws a slider at 90 that moves 2 feet. You don't see that very often. And not even that. I think he has a very sharp presence. I'd say sharp is the way I'd describe it, just because like you're gonna feel him when he's on the mound. I think that's a big part of Thatcher.
Dylan said before the pitch hit home run at Ole Miss, you were trying to decide if we're hoax or not, which was
Yeah, well, so it was a little overcast, and I was just trying to decide whether I should put him on or not. I talked with that idea for about 2 or 3 minutes, and I said, all right, we'll go with it, and walked up to the plate.
You see anything different with Jay's approach this week? Getting you guys ready?
No, not necessarily. It's a big part of us is controlling our mind and our plan, and really using that heightened focus on what we're trying to accomplish. We had to work on some things we need to clean up throughout the week, because there's never a point in this sport where you have it all figured out, and especially during a time like this, every pitch matters, every play is really crucial, and so just focusing on the little things and continuing to get better every day.
Thatcher is a good clubhouse guy.
Yeah.
He's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's
Do
very.
you have any stories about him, or like what do we not know about him? He's kind of shy with us.
It's the same thing with Paul. I can't really describe it. We're just a bunch of children in the clubhouse. That's what it's like. Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine how people view it. I think when you have a group of guys that really enjoy being around each other, I think you have the chance to do something really special. If you look at the teams that have won the World Series the past few years, I guarantee you they'd say something along those lines due to they had long tenured guys, they brought people in. And like I said, when you're able to mesh that, I think you kind of get some really valuable stuff.
From what I understand, Dylan's pretty big into visualization before at-bats. What do you see when he starts getting ready for at-bat in terms of how he's preparing?
He's very detailed. Same routine every time, same like pre-pitch movements every time. I think he's the definition of consistency, and obviously that's kind of played out throughout his career. He's continued to get better. He's continued to improve. But it's the same thing every day, and whether there's success, whether there's failure, and for him that's obviously very little, but he's the same person, and he doesn't let it affect us. You know, does that make sense? Cool. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.